Can you shape your own reality?
Yeah, if you got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, I'm Matt.
And I'm Carter.
And welcome to It Is Kind of a Gray Area.
Welcome back, folks. I've tried several times now to say something witty at the start of it, and it's messed up. So for this take, we're just going to keep talking about the shade and ignore me.
Yeah, and if you guys wanted to see the deleted bloopers, check out our Instagram. We put them on there.
Yeah, we're going meta for the start of this one. We're talking about the show in the show. It's called Breaking the Fourth Wall.
Well, then about the show.
Yeah.
In the show that we talk about.
Yeah. I guess we don't really have a fourth wall because we're staring right at our fourth wall right now and talking to it.
I'm a little lost.
It's a pretty good looking fourth wall, I gotta say.
Is that meta to be lost? Because I'm totally meta right now.
I think it's meta to be lost if you're in an episode of Lost, but you're aware of the TV show Lost, and then you're just like, I am genuinely lost.
So that's meta.
Yes.
So I think I'm just met. So today's shade is something that I am very passionate about. This is an argument that I've had for the last 15 years with people.
Yeah.
All right. And I think I'm right. Is perception more important than reality? Is your perception more important than reality?
Yeah. This is really interesting. Like I was talking to Matt earlier about some other thing, but I've been doing a lot of research lately, research of consciousness, just listening to like different neuroscientists and reading things about the brain and consciousness and whatnot. And so this is really interesting to me right now because I've been doing all this reading around the idea of like how we see things or like the moods that we're in or like how we kind of prime our brains to take things in and then like the subjectivity of our own memories. Because like we've talked before about memories and how they're very malleable. Like you can really distort people's memories if you want to.
Yeah.
So perception changing reality though, we see this with things like, if you're kind of primed for something like, going to your great Aunt Bertha's 97th bridal shower.
That was the last time someone was named Bertha, by the way. 97 years ago.
Right. Well, this is just their 97th marriage.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
She got married again?
Yeah.
She said 90 was it.
She's going for 100, so.
Oh, okay. Everyone's got goals.
But yeah, so if you're primed, like you're going to your great Aunt Bertha's bridal shower and you expect it to be really boring, then when you get there, you're going to look for things that are like, oh, yeah, see, I knew this was going to be boring. I knew she was going to be annoying. Oh, I knew that person was going to do that. And then you ignore all the positive stuff of like, oh, I didn't expect there to be so many cupcakes here. Oh, I didn't expect a celebrity appearance from Robert Downey Jr. Oh, I didn't know that we were all going to get a free Lamborghini after this. And you just block out all of that because it doesn't fit with what your expectations are. So then you could walk out of there and be like, yeah, I was right. It was really boring.
That's true. The most important thing to people is that they were right. Also, fun fact, Robert Downey Jr. loves cupcakes. Wait, where are we going with this? I got lost.
My point was that your expectations can change.
Oh, yes.
Your sense of things. And then, but is that reality or not? It's your reality. It's not anyone else's.
That's true.
But we can't really experience anyone else's reality. So I feel like philosophically, your reality doesn't really matter to me. Because I'll never know exactly what it's like.
That's true.
I can only empathize with you on the points that are shared. Like,
yes.
If we have the same concepts of like love, freedom, liberty, just general values, general things, food preferences, movie things. But, I have no idea if to you humans look like what aliens look like to me or if your colors are different than mine.
I think this is interesting. So I don't know if your colors are the same as my colors.
Yeah, that's the same thing I'm talking about
you
here.
Kind of, you mentioned that. Like, and think about this, guys. So if I say, like, all right, this cup is gray, and Carter's like, yes, that cup is gray. Is he seeing the same gray I'm seeing? Maybe this looks blue to him, and we've always called what I perceive as gray blue.
Exactly.
Okay, one of the big examples for this that really got me to think about the shade is ketchup. I know you guys all saw that coming, and I hope I didn't disappoint. It's ketchup. Do you guys remember, if you're older than 15, maybe 20, 22, they had colored ketchup, multicolored ketchup. Yeah. Green, purple, you got your classic red, and like blue.
Yeah, there was a blue.
I loved the idea, and it was like, oh my gosh, we got like green ketchup. I couldn't stomach it. I got so sick to my stomach eating green ketchup.
Right.
But everyone said it was the same.
Yeah, so I guess this really comes down to our point here. So we'll just use the ketchup theorem.
Yeah. Ketchup theorem.
Right. The principle, the ketchup principle. This is kind of, we'll focus our attention here for this. So yeah, because you thought that it looked worse, you expected it to taste bad.
Yeah.
So when you ate it, it did taste bad.
It did. It factually tasted bad.
Right. And this also, honestly, this what we're talking about is basically a placebo.
Yes, like a reverse placebo.
Well,
where you feel bad because of nothing.
Well, no, it's still a placebo because it wasn't actually different, but you expected it to be, so you felt it was different.
But doesn't a placebo help?
Well, it doesn't have to. A placebo is just like a false impression about something.
That's true.
I mean, that's a simplification. Typically, it's used in terms of medicine, where a doctor will, prescribe someone some type of medication for cancer or some other disease, and they'll give them just sugar pills instead of a real medication. But they don't tell the patient that. And so then the patient takes the medication expecting it to cure their symptoms. And then within a short amount of time, their symptoms all go away and they're better. And it's faster than it would be for normal recovery. Like, very clearly, it's the same sort of effect as if they had been given a real medication.
Yeah.
So, it's hard for people to do those studies here because people get angry when they find out that the drugs they paid for weren't real, which is understandable. Do this in a country with free healthcare, guys, not in the States. Like, we can barely afford a Band-Aid over here.
Yeah, maybe stick with Canada.
Yeah. But yeah, so, I mean, in those cases, there are people who've gotten better from serious health conditions just from the power of belief that they were going to be better because they were given some sort of placebo.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
But we're back to the ketchup.
Yeah.
So this sparked the whole thing. So did it actually taste different?
Right.
And I don't know the answer to that because to me, that was my reality, that it tasted different. And people around me were like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah. But ultimately, the shade wasn't, does it change reality? It was, is perception more important than reality?
That's true.
So is it more important that ketchup was exactly the same, or that for you it tasted worse?
Okay, my final answer to this is that perception is more important than reality. We did a Would You Rather recently where you said, would you rather have a sandwich that was covered in mold, but it was kind of covered to where you couldn't see the mold?
Yeah, here.
Why don't you phrase it?
Yeah, so the example I gave was you're presented two sandwiches. One of them is covered in mold spots and the other is not. You're told by the person presenting them to you that the one covered in spots of mold has just been dyed to look that way, while the one that looks fresh has just been dyed to remain looking fresh, despite the fact that there is the presence of mold on that sandwich. So which sandwich do you pick? The one that looks moldy, but you're told is safe, and you can trust this person. You know them. They're not like a liar.
Yeah.
It's more about what it looks like than the person that it's coming from. So do you eat the moldy sandwich that isn't moldy, or the clean sandwich that is actually moldy? Like, could you bring yourself to do that?
I see, and I think this is where the whole perception thing is so important, and this goes for everything in your life. And my official answer, unless I officially said already, perception to me is more important than reality. If I perceive that ketchup or something to be horrible and nasty, it will be to me.
Right.
If I perceive it to be delicious, it will be to me. It's all about my perception.
I'm right there with you. I think perception is more important than reality in some cases. There are some things that are just too important for it to be like, oh, we all have our own opinion. Like, mass murder. Like, for someone, they may perceive that as not a bad thing. But the reality is, it's bad. And we all agree to that.
Yes, we agree.
But for smaller things, more day-to-day stuff, like your memories of stuff, your experiences at an event, the way your food tastes, the way a movie was, all of that, I think the perception of it is more important than the reality of it. So yeah, I'm right there with you. But since you had such a painful childhood trauma of eating ketchup...
I almost threw up, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously, I couldn't handle it.
Right. Since you had to go through that, I'll let you keep your position here, and then I'll go on the reality side and say that perception is not more important.
Okay. So for the universe's decision, the rock, paper, scissors, you're going to take that. Reality is the most important thing, and I'm going to say perception is.
Right.
All right. Cool. Let's do this.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, cut me.
Okay. I actually didn't want that to happen. But according to the universe, apparently reality is more important than perception. I guess it is kind of arrogant for us as one species on one planet and one solar system and one galaxy of one universe and one reality to assume that our perception is more important. Yeah, that kind of checks out.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, today I have the Would You Rather, and it is it's something to talk about, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Would you rather, ladies and gentlemen, Carter also, would you...
Because I'm not either of those, apparently.
Would you... You know what you are. Would you rather never speak again, all right? No sign language, no nothing. Never speak again.
Can I carry around like a dry erase board and just write stuff?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so like I just have no way of communicating.
You have no way of communicating.
Okay.
Yeah. So would you rather never be able to communicate, no dry erase board, no nothing, no sign language, no nothing.
Right.
This is my sign language. Sign. I don't know sign language. I know sorry.
I think this is sister or seatbelt or something.
What is this?
This means
Is that something?
This might be inappropriate. I don't remember. There's a good chance if I know something in a different language, it's not something I'm supposed to repeat.
What does this mean?
We're going to just keep going,
We're
folks.
gonna move on. So would you rather never be able to communicate, all right, just like I'm doing right now, or every one of your thoughts are said out loud? You have no inner monologue. You have no filter. Everything you want to say, but also all the things you don't want to say, you say.
Gosh.
That's going to affect some relationships right now.
Okay, so basically, do I want to be a hermit living in the middle of nowhere where there's no person who will ever come across me, or not be able to speak?
Yes, absolutely, because that's what you'd have to do. You would have to be a hermit in the woods.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's just too many thoughts that would come through that just can't be out loud.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like how there are things you'll say to your friends that you won't say to your parents, and it's not stuff that it's not like you're lying about who you are to your friends and being someone different to your parents. It's just like, this doesn't make it through that phase of the filter. And it's that same thing. Like, we all have random thoughts that pop into our head where it's like someone cuts you off and you're just like, I just want to kill him. I want to literally kill him.
Do they have kids? Because no, I'm not saying any of that.
Yeah.
Nope. Filter it.
Yeah, let's say your spouse says something to you and you're upset and you're just like, I should never have married you. It's just that thing you're in your head and you're like, that's stupid. I'm just angry. And you don't say it out loud or anything.
Yeah.
But it pops up for like 2 seconds. And then if that's just now out there, then you're screwed. Yeah. Along with all the people that you're attracted to. Think about those thoughts that would come out.
Oh, man.
Think about walking through your office and just, it's all out there.
It's all out there. All right, so you were talking about a second ago how you talk to your parents differently than like your friends.
Right.
Or, some other younger family members. It's not that you're changing who you are, like you said. It's knowing your audience.
Yeah.
You really need to know your audience for like, they think this is funny, this is appropriate for them, this is not appropriate for them. Mm-hmm. That's one of the filters we all go through.
Yeah, it's just like we don't let Matt talk about anything from World War II for very specific reasons.
No, but like I'm telling you,
nope,
if
we're just not even going to let you go there.
Fine. World War I, though.
Oh, that was great.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So what's your answer for this?
Man, I'm just gonna have to give up. Can I like nod my head at least and just like someone's like, do you want to get punched in the face or not? And I could be like, no, at least like nothing.
No.
So my head's like fully stationary.
No. You just whatever kind of sorcery magic that happened, you can't communicate in any way.
So if someone asks me a yes or no question, or like a true or false question, I am instantaneously paralyzed and unable to move any part of my body until they walk away.
You basically freeze like a guy on a first date.
Is that how your first dates go?
Just my first one. Yeah. My first date.
Gotcha.
It's like, do you want to go to the movies or something? But yeah, I would. What was your answer?
My answer is I would take the never communicating thing.
Okay. I would say all my thoughts, and then I basically just have a thing saying like it's not like Tourette's, but I'd have this condition, and please accept me for who I am.
Right. So we found out perception is not more important than reality,
yeah.
And we also found out that I would rather not say anything at all than have my thoughts be said out loud. And you took no
No, I took that I would be the hermit in the woods.
Right. So
Yes.
your thoughts would be heard.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, his thoughts are so bad, they should not get out into the open.
Exactly. But if you would like to see some of our other thoughts and hear the things that we think when we're doing our thinking, then, maybe thinking about some of the things we thought about and go check out the videos that we've made. Think about it.
But as always, make sure you comment, like, and push that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes.
Yep. And collect all the Infinity Stones to make your own reality.
Ring the notification bell.
Remember that reality shows aren't really real.
Really?
Really.
That sucks. And if you're going to shape your own reality, can you please get rid of mosquitoes?
Yeah.
Come on. And as always,
IKAGA.
Yep.
Yay!